Envision Optical, and this month I'm going to talk about one of our common eye care topics, diabetes and the eyes. And the reason I'm doing that is in the middle of July, it's actually Diabetes Awareness Week, where Diabetes Australia gets out there and really promotes to the public the diabetes in general. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about diabetes in the eyes. So there's, I think, almost 1 million Australians walking around with potentially diabetes undiagnosed is one of the numbers out there. And diabetes is type 1 and type 2. Type 2 generally affects older people, type 1 can be childhood onset. So up to about 50% of people with diabetes can actually have changes in the eyes, and the most common change is what we call diabetic retinopathy. Diabetic retinopathy is generally bleeding and changes in the blood vessels in the retina at the back of the eye. So as part of our normal comprehensive eye test, we have a thorough look in the back of your eyes, and many times a year we'll look in the back of someone's eye, see changes in the blood vessels or little hemorrhages like this, and we'll actually then find out that that person, we suggest to them if they're unaware of any problems that they should go have a blood test, and they'll often come back diagnosed as a diabetic. The risk factors for diabetes are family history, being overweight, and age. So particularly the weight thing can be controlled. But with diabetic retinopathy, it affects the retina at the back of the eyes. It occurs due to breakdown of the integrity of the walls of the blood vessels, so you get leaking fluid out into the retina. The retina is a very fine detailed, regularly arranged structure, and if there's any disruption to that, you'll get distortions in your vision. If it's not treated, you can have permanent scarring and lose some sight. So it's really important that any problems are picked up and they can be dealt with. But most important is prevention, which comes down to, if you are diabetic, making sure that your control of your diabetes is strict, your blood sugars are very stable, and that's going to minimise the chance of you having long-term complications. So the way it's picked up is just a good thorough look into the back of the eye. We routinely suggest taking photographs of the back of the eye so we can detect any fine detail changes from your previous visit. If there's any changes detected, we can do scans of the retina on OCTs, which I've talked about before. Any swelling or problems that are picked up, we refer to the diabetic eye specialist, and they might do laser, they might do injections, and a variety of different treatments to reduce that swelling and make sure your vision's maintained. They'll also liaise with your general practitioner to make sure that you're optimising your diabetic control. And if you're someone that didn't know you were diabetic, obviously they're going to then test thoroughly and deal with that as needed. So diabetic retinopathy, very common. We see it on a daily basis, basically. And it's just another indication of why you should have regular eye checks. And at Envision Optical, we have that good thorough look, so come down and let us have a look for you, and we'll make sure the back of your eyes are all healthy and you keep seeing well to enjoy life on the Gold Coast. See you next month.